But before I do that, I want to make an announcement. As you know, for 2 years, I have been working on a documentary about chemtrails. And I had been planning to have it come out sometime in the fall or winter of this year. And we are going to do that. And it's more than just a chemtrail film. It's a documentary dealing with all the different ways, or some of the main ways, that the establishment is poisoning us, that the establishment is toxifying our food, our water, our medicines, our air. And the reason I'm now making the chemtrail film is in the last 2 years, government's gone from denying that they're doing these aerosol spray campaigns to admitting it, but putting a spin on it. And we have lots of footage of chemtrails. But we're going to be done with this in about 2 months, and it takes a month or so to get it packaged, ready, you know, mastered, completed. So it should be out in, you know, October or so. But making the film, I do want to get some more of the activist in it. You know, with you out there shooting the chemtrails, and you know, maybe while you're shooting the chemtrail, giving us some of your commentary so that we can show the activists out there that are exposing this. Or if you get a tour of your fluoride facility, and then if you send us the footage with a letter, you know, giving us authorization to use it however we want in the film, and your number, we can call you about it if you want. I'm not guaranteeing if you send it to us, we'll end up using it. Whoever shoots video of chemtrails or gets a tour of your water treatment plant, the sodium fluoride, you know, you should upload whatever you do to YouTube as well, because the main goal of this is educating people. But we do want to get more footage of chemtrails versus real contrails. You can send us both. And we want to capture, you know, the different diversity of not just people in the U.S. or Canada, but in England or in Europe. So let me give you the P.O. Box. We've got about a month deadline on this. If we're going to be able to use this a month, maybe a month and a half, because I have limited staff. We've got to get your video and watch it, and then make sure you've given us authorization to use it. Basically, just send a letter saying, you know, I give you full authorization in the known universe through this limited license to use this however you see fit, but I retain, you know, the right to use it however I want. And your name, Billy Bob, in the footage. Then we can use it. But I more than just chemtrails, because we've got a lot of that, but I also want to be able to show it in different parts of the country and show a map and say, this person shot this here, this person shot that there. If you don't want your name used, put that in the letter, just authorize us to use it. And again, I'm not saying I can use everything I've sent, but if you've got chemtrail footage you shot, set up a camera and talk about the footage you're sending us along with the footage. Don't send us your originals because we get so busy, you know, we can't guarantee I'll have the right address or send it back. Send us a copy, or if you don't want it, you can send us the original. But let me give you the P.O. Box. It's P.O. Box 19549, Austin, Texas 78760. And this film, 2 years in the making, more than 5 years of research. We got Ben Livingston, the father of weather weapons. I never did anything with that footage I shot 5 years ago when it got declassified, how the government could create hurricanes, steer hurricanes, use hurricanes. The point is this film covers every angle, okay? And, I mean, the film is well more than half done. And it's kind of been sitting there on the shelf while I got more material. And I finally just said, look, I have this problem with obsessing on something and just getting more. Kind of like my JFK film, 5 years in the making. I'm going to try to just pound it out. It's just that I've just got so much. So this is more than a chemtrail film. This is a eugenics documentary about so many issues, vaccines, you name it. And we're covering everything. This will be the definitive chemtrail film. But I do want to have... We've already got people from California and Texas and a few other states, but there it is on prisonplanet.tv. They've zoomed in on the wall to where I have the P.O. Box up there for when I forget the address. It's InfoWars, P.O. Box 19549, Austin, Texas 78760. Please mail it to us as quickly as you can. Carry a camera around with you, put it on a tripod, get us good footage of the chemtrails, handheld, whatever, and just get it to us. But also make some comments, and that may end up in the film, because I want to show not just Alex Jones talking or the 20-plus people we've interviewed for this. I want to show you the people, we the people out there, and I want footage from Germany. I want footage from Russia. I want footage from Japan. I want footage from Brazil, from Mexico, from England, from Ireland, from Scotland. I need your help, InfoWarriors. So P.O. Box 19549, Austin, Texas 78760. And Dave over at the Alex Jones channel will also snippet out this little rant and post that for people on the web. We're going to post this video on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. I mean, it's an amazing documentary. And we got incredible chemtrails. But I really want to show you the activists and have a little of that flavor in there. And that's the final thing I need to finish this film. So I want to thank you in advance for all your support and all the people that have mailed us chemtrail footage. You know, we've mailed a lot of great chemtrail footage when I called for this a year ago and 2 years ago, respectively. But really, no one sent me footage with them talking. And maybe you're nervous. Well, just aim it at a chemtrail while you talk and say, I'm here in Bakersfield, California, and they're spraying all the time, or up on a hilltop. You know, the shots I really want are cities, because I've seen this so many times but not had a camera. Like off 360, Austin, and you'll see a blue sky, and then they start spraying the trails, and it turns the whole sky into a haze, and they're spraying them at 5,000 feet. And the planes go and turn around and go in crisscrosses. They're not landing. They're not waiting to land. I mean, rural areas. Also, send us your photos to Rob D, R-O-B-D, stands for Rob Do, at Infowars.com, or JARON.com, Jaron at Infowars.com. Send us your photos that you took. Bigger res, better, and with a little note where you took it so we can put on the screen, where this was shot. Photos are great as well. Photos you took 5 years ago. If you shot video 10 years ago, I want to be able to say this is 10 years ago in Florida, in Tallahassee. I mean, dig through it all. Don't procrastinate. P.O. Box 19549, Austin, Texas 78760.